Hey there, space explorers, I am Luna, your junior astronaut, and today we're blasting off on a super fun adventure across the solar system. Whoosh, buckle your seatbelts. Because in the next 12 minutes we zip past planets, meet mysterious moons, and uncover amazing facts that will make you say wow. Ready, our rocket roars to life. And the first stop is the fastest planet ever, Mercury. Stay tuned, the journey is just beginning. First stop, Mercury, the speedy little planet closest to the Sun. Imagine a race car that never stops. Mercury zips around the Sun in just 88 days, faster than any other planet. It's tiny, about the size of our moon, and covered in craters like a giant chocolate chip cookie. Because it's so close to the Sun, daytime temperatures can melt chocolate, up to 430 degrees C sizzle, but at night it gets as cold as the freezer, dropping to minus 180 degrees C. Crazy, right? Hold on tight, because next we're soaring to the hottest planet, Venus. Zooming to Venus, the planet that wears a thick, fluffy cloud coat all year long. Venus is hotter than Mercury, even though it's farther from the Sun. Its surface sizzles at a scorching 470 degrees C. Hotter than an oven, because its atmosphere is packed with carbon dioxide, trapping heat like a giant blanket. And guess what? The clouds are made of acid rain. Yes, rain that would melt metal, but don't worry, the rain never reaches the ground, it evaporates before it falls. Drip. Venus also spins backwards, so the Sun rises in the west and sets in the east, like a cosmic dance move. Ready for a planet we call home. Next up, Earth, our blue marble. Welcome back to Earth, our wonderful home planet. Did you know Earth is the only place we know with liquid water? Like a giant, sparkling blue marble floating in space. That's because we're just the right distance from the Sun. A perfect spot scientists call the Goldilocks zone, not too hot, not too cold. Our atmosphere is a mix of nitrogen, oxygen, and a pinch of magic that lets us breathe and hear birds sing. Bird chirp. Earth also spins once every 24 hours, giving us day and night, and it does a slow tilt that creates seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. Amazing, right? Next, let us blast off to the red planet Mars, where giant volcanoes await. Now we land on Mars, the red planet that looks like a giant dusty playground. Mars is home to Olympus Mons, the tallest volcano in the whole solar system, about 3 times taller than Mount Everest. Imagine stacking 3 Everest mountains on top of each other. That's Olympus Mons. Mars also has the deepest canyon, Valles Marineris, which is 10 times deeper than the Grand Canyon. And guess what? Mars has 2 tiny moons, Phobos and Deimos, that look like potato-shaped space rocks. Scientists think Mars once had rivers and maybe even lakes, so maybe one day, brave explorers could grow plants there. Ready for the biggest planet of all? Hold on tight for Jupiter. Whoa, look at Jupiter, the king of planets. It is so huge that over 1,300 Earths could fit inside it. Imagine a giant ball of gas, the size of a small city. Jupiter is famous for its great red spot, a storm bigger than Earth that has been raging for at least 350 years. That's like a hurricane that never stops. Jupiter also has 79 moons. Yes, 79. Some, like Europa, are covered in icy shells that might hide oceans underneath, perfect for alien sea creatures. And its magnetic field is so strong it makes beautiful auroras at its poles, just like Earth's northern lights, but 10,000 times brighter. Next, we glide to the planet with spectacular rings, Saturn. Behold Saturn, the planet that wears the most dazzling jewelry in the galaxy. Its famous rings. These rings are made of billions of icy chunks, from tiny pebbles to mountain-sized boulders, all dancing around Saturn like a giant hula hoop. If you could stand on one of Saturn's moons, the rings would stretch across the sky like a glittering rainbow. Saturn is also a gas giant, mostly hydrogen and helium, and it spins so fast that a day lasts just about 10.7 Earth hours. So its winds whip around at over 1,800 kilometers per hour. Imagine a breezy day on Earth that's strong. Next, we tilt over to a planet that spins on its side, Uranus. Now we spin to Uranus, the planet that does a cartwheel in space. Uranus tilts over 98 degrees, so it basically rolls around the Sun like a barrel. That means its poles get a whole summer while its equator enjoys a long winter. Imagine having the Sun shine straight down on your head for months. Uranus is also a beautiful blue-green color because its atmosphere contains methane gas, which absorbs red light and reflects blue. It even has faint rings, like a subtle crown. And get this, Uranus has 27 moons named after characters from Shakespeare and Alexander Pope. Ready for a windy surprise? Next up is Neptune, the stormy blue giant. Welcome to Neptune, the farthest giant and the windiest planet in our solar system. Its supersonic winds roar at up to 2,100 kilometers per hour. Faster than a race car on a superhighway, those winds create massive dark spots, like giant storm eyes, that can be bigger than Earth. Neptune's beautiful blue color comes from methane gas, just like Uranus, but its deeper shade looks like a sapphire floating in space. And did you know Neptune has a moon named Triton that orbits backwards? Scientists think Triton was once a wandering dwarf planet captured by Neptune's gravity. Talk about a cosmic hug. Our next stop is a tiny world that once was a planet, Pluto. Here comes Pluto, the dwarf planet that still steals the spotlight even though it's only about half the width of our moon. Pluto has a heart-shaped plain called Tombaugh Regio that looks like a bright, icy smile. Pluto's companion, Charon, is so big that they dance around a common point in space. Like twin ice skaters holding hands, Pluto's orbit is a bit odd. Sometimes it's closer to the Sun than Neptune, making it the temporary inner planet for 20 years every 248-year trip around the Sun. Imagine a planet that plays hide and seek. Up next, we leave the solar system for a dazzling surprise: the Milky Way galaxy. Whoa, look at this. Our Milky Way galaxy, a glittering river of stars stretching over 100,000 light-years. Imagine a city with over 100 billion glowing fireflies. That's our galaxy. We're located in a spiral arm called the Orion Arm, named after the Hunter constellation you can see in winter. And guess what? Every night, the stars you see are actually distant suns, some with their own planets. Maybe even alien kids looking up at their sky sometimes. Massive stars explode in spectacular supernovas, scattering stardust that later becomes new planets, moons, and even us. That's the ultimate wow moment. Everything is connected by cosmic dust, ready to land back on Earth and wrap up our adventure. What an incredible journey from sizzling Mercury to the sparkling Milky Way. We've uncovered 12 amazing space facts that show how magical our universe truly is. Remember, every night you look up, you're seeing the same stars that guided ancient explorers and will inspire future astronauts. Maybe even you keep dreaming, keep asking questions, and never stop exploring. If you loved this adventure, hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe to Space Explorers for more out-of-this-world fun. Until our next cosmic quest, keep your imagination soaring higher than any rocket. Bye-bye, space friends. Cheerful music fades.